Hi, and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do another episode of Try It Tuesday. And if you saw the last episode, then you'll remember that I'm doing this along with some other members of my Creative Memories team. So it's actually my uplines team. And so the challenge with our team is to go into the creative memory world. So either on their blog or on their website or on their YouTube channel or their Facebook page and find some kind of inspiration that we want to try out. And then we try it out here online and show it to all of you guys. And then hopefully you'll try it out. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep the series up. It was just for April and I committed to 2 days and this is the second one, but I am enjoying it. So I might play along a little bit longer. But as I mentioned in the previous video, I also do a workshop Wednesday over on my Facebook page. So, and I really want to keep that going. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to keep both up, but I think I will give it a try and come back in a couple weeks and maybe just do like every other week, add a new video. The last episode I did a border and I really enjoyed that border. And so I found another border tonight that I wanted to make. And it won't always be borders. If I continue this, I will do layouts and other things, but I like these borders. And it is featuring the new Dollop Arch border or frame punch. So I thought, oh, that's fun. I wanted to give this a try. And I love these borders. They look very elegant. So I thought, why not? And the paper choices that I'm going to use tonight are going to come from the Our Moments paper collection. And there's designer paper and there's tone-on-tone paper. If you want to see this up close in the last video that just posted before this one, which was the 110 scrapbooking ideas and sketchbook, then I went through a whole flip through on this collection there. So if you want to go check that out. And so we're not going to do a flip through tonight. So what I decided was my paper choices for the border are going to be this grayish wood grain. It's kind of like a grayish with a little hint of brown. And then also we're going to use this black and gray polka dot, this maroon paper from the Tone on Tone pack. I will pop a photo in right here. Okay, we're going to do the one that's called Our Story Documented. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is we're going to start with the wood grain, and we are going to cut a 12-inch piece by a 1 1/4 inch in width. Okay, so let's do that. We'll line it up here at 1 1/4 inches. And then we're going to use this as a base for our border. Okay, then the next thing that we want to do is we want to take our maroon piece. And this one is going to be a 12 by 4 inches. So we want to cut it at 4 inches. Okay, then we're going to take this one, and this is the piece that we're going to use our brand new Dollop Arch border punch on. Okay, and we're going to use it as a frame. So if you're not familiar with this punch, it could be a straight border, just like normal, but it can also be a frame for around pictures, and in this case it's going to be a frame around another piece of paper on our border. Okay, so the punch is designed to do both, and since we're going to be using it as a frame tonight, then we're going to line our paper up with this silver line right here. If we wanted to use it as a border, we would line it up with these black lines in the front. Okay, so to make our frame, put the paper in, line it right up to the silver line to the side here, hold it in the back to make sure it's lined up against the back. I like to hold it back there, and then you just push down. It's very easy. You slide it and you line up the part that comes out that's already punched with the decoration on the base of the punch. And a tip here is if you could see the next one starting, you're probably okay to punch. But if you see paper coming out, then you want to scoot it back and align it. Okay, so I line it here, hold it against the side, and punch. And then we just continue that. Let me move my trimmer. Okay. So you can make any size frame that you want with this, but you do want to make sure that they're in even numbers. Okay, so this was a 12 by 4, so both sides were even numbers. And then we have one little notch left. Before we punch that, we want to turn it, slide our paper back in, line it again back up to the silver notch right there, and then push down. And then that little piece will come off. Okay, it's up to you if you want to save that. And then we're going to turn it again and slide it in. Align it. There we go. Now I like to every once in a while just brush out the fallout from the punch out of the way. Another square, just to keep it nice and clean and nothing's jamming up my punch. Okay, so I'm aligning it, holding it, and then scooting it over, doing it again. Okay, it's very easy, and there's a lot of different uses for this. And we're back to having that piece out. Let me get rid of the fallout. And then we stick the paper back in, line it up to the silver line, and press down. And then we get 2 squares, and we have our frame. And then this is going to lay on top of the wood grain paper. Just curious what's on the other side. Oh yeah, that would be kind of nice too. I was kind of contemplating if I wanted purple or maroon, but I do like the darker one, and this is probably going to be for some family photos. Okay, so then the next thing we want to cut is we want to cut some of the gray houndstooth. I showed you the polka dot, the gray polka dot, but the other side is the gray houndstooth, and we're actually going to use both. I happen to have a scrap here from another project, so I'm going to cut into that. And on this one, we want to do a 9.5 inch piece by a 1.5 inch. So I'm going to first cut the 1.5 inch. And then I will bring out the arm on my trimmer, and we said 9.5. Okay. And then this is going to layer right on top of this one. But first, before we lay it on there, we are going to round the corners with our corner rounder. Okay. Yep, that's looking really pretty already, isn't it? Then we're going to take the same houndstooth, and this time we're going to use the black with the gray polka dots, and we are going to cut a small strip of it, and it's going to be a quarter inch. So to line up a 1/4 inch, we take our paper and we line it right to the end of our gray cutting mat, and that's going to be a 1/4 inch. Very, very thin cut. I'm going to lay my arm down and hold it. Okay, so we got a very thin piece. That's all of our cutting. Now, we are going to use some of the stickers, and I also have my embellishments here, and I've already picked out the ones that I'm going to use for this project, and we're going to use some of the gems as well. Okay, so let's put that aside. So let's go ahead and adhere this to okay, let's line it up and push it down. And now I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive. I am using my repositional adhesive just in case I don't line it up as straight as I want. I can always pull it back up. Okay, so there we go. We have our wood grain, our maroon, and our gray houndstooth. And then we're going to use these 2 pieces from our embellishment pack. And it's going to nestle in just like that. It's going to say Our Story. And then Documented will be right there in the front of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and adhere these. I'm going to bring my mat out because I don't want to go over onto my tabletop. You can, it just rubs right off, but it's easier if I just bring my little clear mat out, do it on top of the mat. Okay, so I have, you see, this one's not as straight as I would like. And then this documented will go just like this. Beautiful. And now the stickers that we're going to use are, we're going to take these photo corners, and I thought this was genius. Instead of using them as photo corners, we're going to use them as little directional markers. So like a little chevron pointing inward. I just think that was so cute. And then we line up the other one right on top of that one. And then we'll use 2 more on the other side. Okay, there's the second one. Very, very cute. And now we're going to take our thin piece that we cut, and the idea is to put it off to the side, but first I would like to add my gems. So I'm going to use the one that's almost clear looking. Okay, you can use whichever, even the silver one would look really nice in this. And I'm going to put it right in there. I'm going to scoot it over just a tad. Use one more for the other side. Okay, that's pretty. And then I'm going to take this, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on the end, because this one is going to slide right under and go to the end. Okay, grab my scissors. We'll give that a little trim. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Okay, let's come up over here. And I just want it to be right next to the gem. And it's going to go off to the edge of the paper. So this one kind of tucks under, and this one is on top. And there you go. Very nice. It's very, very elegant, very formal looking. Like I said, these will be for some family portraits, so it's going to be perfect for that. But let me show you how it will look on a page. So I'm going to use this blue diamond-shaped paper, and I would do something like this. I would put it up at the top of the page. I think it's kind of designed for that because of the way it's laid out. If you wanted to use it on the side, you know, you would just maybe turn your title the other direction. But you could also do it at the bottom. But I'm going to use it up here at the top, and I will show you how to add some photos. Okay. We'll put our photo mats. Well, we could do a couple things. You could do like this, and then put some embellishments along the bottom. That would look really nice. Okay, you could also, let's turn it around. Let's do that. Let's do like this. If you wanted to put 3 photos on a page. Let's see if we can fit 3 photos. Yes, we could. Okay, 3 photos here. And of course, if you wanted to make 2 pages, you could make another page and maybe continue the border on, or maybe you're just going to continue part of it. And what I would continue is for sure the wood and then the black stripe across, and then maybe have some other embellishments at the top instead of having the same thing repeated. Okay. And let's see, what else can we do? We could probably use some 4x4s. of course, right? So we can probably get 4. I'll scoot it up a little bit. And then 1 more. So of course, the smaller the photo, the more you're going to get on. Okay, I probably would put them together. And then as far as ideas for where another embellishment cluster can go, you can probably do it down here. Maybe you want to put it off to the side a little more. You could have your embellishment cluster here. I would probably put kind of a nice size one, and then that's all I would probably add, is because I have this up here and then 1 down here. But you could always bump it over here as well if you wanted to have 3. Look into this new Dollop Arch Frame Border Punch if you haven't already. Talk to your advisor about it, and if you don't have an advisor, then of course I would love to help you out with that. I will have the link for this down below, as well as the Our Moments paper collection. And if I can help you with anything, I will also have my email listed below. Also, if you want to see the other border, I'll show you that one right now. Using this exact same punch. I will be doing that on my workshop Wednesday over on my Facebook page. I'll have that linked below in the description as well. Okay, that's it for today. I hope you go give this a try, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.